Hi tribe, this is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do a collective message. Today we're going to be focusing on what our current challenge is, what the opposing force is, our current lesson, and advice on how to proceed. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, I'm so glad to have you here. Welcome all my new subscribers and Vibe Tribe. I love you something serious. I'm just going to let y'all know your girl has been going through it. This is a big time, and I'm just going to touch a little bit on what I've been noticing personally and throughout the collective experience. A lot of us are going through initiation phases. A lot of us are facing karmic cycles. Really pay attention to reoccurring themes going on in your life. If you are experiencing something that is very struggling to you, something that's very challenging to you, and something that is possibly affecting your emotions or your mental well-being, really look into that and see how long of a pattern this has been for you, because I've noticed that there are themes that are reoccurring even over the last 10 years or more that are being presented to us so we can stop the cycle now. Okay, so really dig in deep, look at what's going on in your environment, whatever's causing you unrest, deceit, or uh, uneasiness, distractions, whatever the case may be. This is a really good time for you to look at what is no longer serving you, whether that is a person, place, thing, belief system. It doesn't matter. This is a good time for us to realize where we've been giving our power away and to take it back so that we can do what we are meant to do here on this planet. Now, physical symptoms. Some of you may be experiencing, especially within the last few days or weeks, where you feel like you are trudging through mud. It's almost like a lethargic feeling, muscle weakness, brain fog. There's been a lot of people where things are coming up to the surface, but maybe we're not processing it quite mentally, so it's coming out physically. But a lot of people are having skin irritations, upset stomach, uneasiness when it comes to laying down, trying to sleep, restlessness, overactive mind. There's a lot of that going around, and just like a strong sense or need of release. That's been a big thing. Some people are saying, like, I feel like I need to cry, but I can't get it out. That's been a big thing. And if you need help, call for help, get help where you can. But there's a lot of mirrors being shown right now, so pay attention to what is being presented to you and how that's making you feel. But yeah, those are just some things that I've personally witnessed either within myself or within the people around me. So if you are experiencing that, just make sure, like, this too shall pass, just like everything else. But a lot of people are having a hard time, especially energy wise. It's really, really important that you pay attention to who you're hanging around, who's draining your energy, what are you filling your time with, and make sure that whatever you are bringing into your environment is of higher vibration, so that you're not sinking back into old patterns, old belief systems, or old coping mechanisms. Okay, so let's start with our current challenge. Okay, Spirit, where do we want to start for current challenge? Let's pull some tarot on this. This is the Before Tarot by Corrine Kenner. So, Spirit, what is the collective's current challenge? Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Chariot, and the Sun. So let's clarify these, and we will dig into these together. All right, why is the Ace of Cups here for our current challenge? Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Five of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here? Interesting. Okay, and the Chariot, and the Sun. Okay. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Empress. So, you know, and a lot of this is kind of talking about places and circumstances that are kind of testing your ability to stand up for yourself. Okay. So let's start with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups talks about a potential new love. It also talks about self-love, but I'm taking this as a new opportunity for expression. The cups represent emotion, and the divine has offered up an opportunity where I feel like the floodgates have opened. Okay, there's been something that's opened up your heart space, something that has activated. And I've noticed this a lot within the last month or two, where there's been a lot of heart chakra activation. Okay, this this energy of like before the activation started, where the heart chakra was starting to get cracked open, could have been feeling like at a stalemate, kind of feeling in limbo, not really sure what to do with your emotions or how to really give or receive properly. And the current challenge is allowing yourself to be and express your emotions, and not be like too much invested in any sort of outcome. I mean, he's sitting here hanging from the tree, but it's only 1 foot, right? And there's these two crows sitting up at the top, which the crows have been following me around for a while. But this is like just complete surrender of your emotions. Okay. And so you might be struggling to process what it is that you're actually feeling, why you're feeling it, why am I feeling so emotional lately? And this is because I feel like you've been trying to fight it, right? So when these emotions start coming up, you might, especially when you're like laying down, we can find a lot of distractions throughout the day, but when we tend to get into our quiet place, then we start to realize our mind's wandering, and we might be fighting off a lot of these thoughts, right? A lot of these emotions that keep creeping up to the surface. And in reality, like, if you look at this card, there's an old man that has a bunch of these younger men coming up to fight him, and yet even though he looks tired and exhausted, he's still trying to fend them off. So these might be old coping mechanisms, old patterns, or even, you know, new experiences that are challenging those old belief systems, and it's time to upgrade so that you can have the energy and the footing that you need to really create more stability in your life, because the Ten of Pentacles is clarifying this. So you might be defending your foundation, everything you've worked for to get where you are now. Anything that is challenging or opposing the foundation that you created for yourself, that sense of peace, right? 'Cause so many of us have been doing the hard work where we have been really challenging those old belief systems, those old patterns, coping mechanisms, and making sure that we're taking accountability for our own happiness. And I feel like a lot of, even if this is outside influences, so there could be a lot of outside influences that are challenging this as well. The Ten of Pentacles represents our home life. It represents our family, our close friends and partners. And so a lot of these things that challenged your self-worth or your confidence in expressing your emotions, especially when you're feeling hurt, you might not feel fully supported by these people or places, right? Because the Pentacles can represent the work life as well. So clarifying that, we have the Two of Swords, and this is about not being indecisive anymore, but choosing to see things for what they are. Okay, she's removing the blindfold herself. She's not allowing anything to deter her from what she needs to see as truth. And where she's usually sitting down, okay, and now she's finally standing up for herself, saying enough is enough. I'm tired of this because it's not working in my favor anymore. If I want to see things clearly, I have to quit overlooking things. I have to be able to trust not only what is inside of me, but choosing how I show up in this world when it comes to my boundaries. Okay, the Nine of Wands. This is the wounded healer, and this talks about our walls, our barriers, our protection, right? How we guard ourselves. And regardless of what's trying to come through these barriers, you're still going to put up a good fight. Like, you're not going to back down easily because you have really done a lot in order to get yourself where you are now. And you're not just going to give that power away to anyone who is going to cause emotional, mental, or physical unrest in your life. So this could be something where with the Page of Pentacles, this represents some sort of message, okay? So there could have been conversations that were had where I kind of feel that someone, because normally the Page of Pentacles represents some sort of message or offer coming through. But with the Queen of Cups and the Three of Wands clarifying that, I do feel that this is some sort of someone promising you something, and I feel like it's caused a lot of emotional upset, and this is why the cups are coming in, because the Queen of Cups is someone who, maybe this is someone who, they're making you question like your emotional commitment to the future. Like, if someone offers you a job, are you committed to going for the long haul in order to make sure that the project comes to completion? Or if someone's offering you a date, but it never comes, this kind of thing. And so there's a lot of emotional unrest with the Queen of Cups here being reversed. And you're starting to feel like maybe you're not trusting yourself or trusting what you're having a hard time deciphering. Is it distorted emotion, or is it my intuition that's telling me what I feel like there's a emotional imbalance here, and the reason I say that is because the Queen of Swords and the Fool card being reversed, they're telling you that you need to look at this more analytically, and that's why the Two of Swords is coming up, okay? Look at things for what they are, and don't allow your distorted emotions to sabotage what you have worked so hard for. Okay? The Queen of Swords has been through it. She knows and benefits from her experience in life of what needs to be removed, what needs to be blocked, what needs truth, what needs communication, and she's not going to let anyone just step over her, okay? So with the Fool being reversed, this is telling you you need to look at a situation for what it is, and if you feel like you cannot move forward because it is too draining, too challenging, and you feel like no matter what you're doing in order to stay in flow, you're meeting a bunch of resistance, it's time for you to make the necessary adjustments and redirect the energy, however that may be for you, so that you can be in the path of least resistance, okay? So then we're moving on to the Chariot, because there's movement that needs to be had. But the thing is you need to get out of your head, okay? So the Eight of Swords is here reversed. And this is telling you that you need to remove yourself out of the mental prison, okay? Quit letting your emotions distort the view of what is truly happening in front of you, because that's what's blocking your forward movement. You have to remove yourself from the mental prison. The door is wide open. So when you know, but don't keep going over the same thing over and over again expecting a different result, because there is something that's coming to light here. Happiness is on its way, but it's when you can trust yourself. When you can trust that you may not have all the answers, but you have faith that your intuition, the guidance from above, and everything that you have learned and the tools that you have gained will lead you where you need to be for your highest good. This is about trusting yourself, taking your power back, not allowing anything to deter you from what your goals or what your dreams for life is. This is you being completely in your own power. And that's why the Empress is coming up, because there are new beginnings to be had. There are opportunities for you to be completely secure with yourself without the validation or the the remindings of other people saying you're doing a good job, you're heading in the right direction, we're so proud of you, you're so beautiful. Like, you don't need anyone to tell you this, because you already know. And if you don't, then it's time for you to get in contact with yourself on a higher level and remember that you are the one that's in control of your fate. You are the one that's in control of your choices and your response to life. All right. So that was one heck of a storyline. All right. So that's our current challenge. Now I want to focus on what is the opposing force. Okay. So let's pull the Halloween Oracle. What is the opposing force for our current challenge? And then we'll clarify that with tarot as well. What is the opposing force? One more, please. What's the opposing force for current challenge? Yes. So we have the black cat, the owl, and the skull of flowers. So this says fortune meets opportunity, wise seeing, wise action, and creating through the ashes. I do want to read this black cat real quick. Sleek and black and lantern eyes, crosses your path with a hiss. Good luck and fortune sweep by with a kiss. Know that good luck and fortune will be meeting you promptly. Also know that your luck will be even luckier if you are prepared to take advantage of a very special or every special opportunity that comes your way. So look at these challenges as opportunities, right? To change the direction, because with the owl, wise seeing, wise action, remember the Two of Swords. This is telling you that you need to understand the opportunities that are coming up for you to redirect the energy back in your favor, okay? Quit feeling responsible for everyone else and every one thing, and take responsibility over your life and how you respond to what's being brought up for you, because there are situations that are coming to a close. Again, remember, I was talking about a lot of karmic cycles coming to a close. So say you're at a job for a long time and you put in 100% effort, and you just know that one day you're going to put in enough effort that you're going to get that promotion without ever asking for it, and that they're just going to see you, but they never give you the credit that you deserve. And so it's really important that you are very clear and aware of what you are investing your time and energy into. And if you're not seeing the benefits of the result, if you're not getting reciprocation for the energy and the emotions that you're putting into it, then it's time to ask yourself, why am I in this situation? What am I getting out of this? Right? Because there has to be some balance. There has to be some reason that you're putting into this, and you should be getting something in return for your efforts, okay? So whatever needs to come to a close, whatever situation is done, door shut, right? I'm getting a lot of Scorpio energy off of this. This is transformation, Phoenix energy, creating through the ashes. So again, Queen of Swords energy, she's been through it, she knows. And it's like using that to reinvent yourself, however that may look. And it can start with one belief system, one pattern, one behavior, one choice can change everything for you. Can change everything for you. This is a brand new opportunity, something tangible, but it's at the very beginning stages. So you have to be able to take up the opportunities, whether that is letting go to make room for something new, changing the direction. If you're putting a lot of time and effort into something and you keep doing the same thing and nothing's coming out of it, redirect. If it's still not changing anything and you're still putting a lot of time and effort into something but you're not getting anything back out of it, then it might be time to move on, because there's something else, something brand new that is waiting for you. And they're telling you, if we hand this to you, are you going to receive it? That's why the black cat is there. Okay, so what is the opposing force? Yes, get back in touch with your emotions. Honor your emotions. See what those distorted emotions are trying to tell you and what is out of alignment, so that you can create the necessary action to allow your emotions to be freely felt and expressed, okay? Because the Hermit's on the bottom. And by addressing these distorted emotions, okay, you're going to start to attract more healthy partnerships that are equally balanced. Everyone putting in their fair share, okay? And this is like a sense of gratitude too. Like when you realize that your emotions have been out of whack, or that you've been, I feel like some of you feel like you've been played, okay? Don't go into the victim into this. Take accountability for where you have been putting yourself, because in reality, like, we choose these experiences, so you can't get upset for things that, well, you can't get too upset and like pointing the finger, because we all have our role in these situations. If you're not asking for respect, if you're not asking for the raise, if you're not asking for, you know, if you're not allowing yourself to be heard, then, don't play quiet. Don't play meek. This is a time for you to really be confident. And that's not, having your throat chakra overactive where you're demanding to be heard. This is about aligning yourself with people who genuinely want to see you, who want to experience you, and honestly want the best for your well-being, right? So, but that first starts with you treating yourself like that, collective, okay? So why is the Skull of Flowers here? Why is this the opposing force? Yeah, the Three of Cups, because it's time to celebrate life again. It's time to be with the people who understand you, that feel you, that respect you, that honor you, that see you, okay? Where you can truly say, this is my people, these are the people that really understand me and get me and will celebrate life with me. And that's by creating room and getting rid of the things, or distancing yourself, at least setting healthier boundaries, being clear with how you want to be treated. And again, we teach people how we want to be treated. So if you keep, and again, if people are disrespecting your boundaries, then you're disrespecting your own boundaries by allowing it. So, but with the Three of Cups being here, this has been a long time coming, and you need this kind of support system in your life for the transformation that you're going through. Okay. So again, take up the new opportunities and allow these people or things into your life that are going to create a more harmonious balance for you. Okay. So now we are going to move on to your current lesson. So what is the collective's current lesson in all of this? What is the collective's current lesson in all of this? Change is unavoidable. Okay. What is the current lesson? Respect your boundaries. Okay. Anything else? Current lesson. And heed the messengers. Okay. So they're telling me to read out of the book. So there's obviously something that you need to hear. So here we go. Get that fixed. Change is unavoidable. Every second of every day you undergo change. Your perception is altered by what you see, feel, and experience from one moment to the next. Your body ages and moves closer to death with every breath. Autumn will always come to the end of the bounty of summer, and the new hope of spring will always follow the winter. Change is all around you. Do not let fear bind you to the past and prevent you from enjoying your present and future. Stop fighting. You cannot resist the inevitable, so choose instead to embrace it with the acceptance and peace. And that could also be why the Nine of Wands was coming out, because you're resisting the change. and you know that there's new opportunities, or you're feeling the change is afoot, right? And a lot of us are really scared of things changing in our life because we want to know that whatever we're putting our time and energy into is going to stick around. But it's also up to us to know when it's time to walk away from something. Okay, when it's time to back off and choose something that needs our attention more, because there's a lot of people in this world that will put all of their focus into one thing that is fighting them, instead of focusing on the multiple opportunities that they could have to make a huge difference in this world that is waiting for them. Okay, so then respect your boundaries. Others will not respect the emotional boundaries that you set within your relationships if you do not respect them yourself. Know yourself, love yourself. If you do not accord yourself with the same care you desire from others, then you will not be shown care. If you do not honor your own truths and dreams, then nobody else will. Honor yourself by treating yourself with the same care and in the same manner that you wish others to treat you. And this has been a big thing that I've said for a long time. If you are not treating yourself as kindly as you treat everyone else, then that needs to be the first step, guys. If you are not completely loving on yourself, speaking kindly to yourself, taking care of yourself, and you're just exerting all this energy onto outside things and never taking any time for yourself. I mean, I used to be my own worst enemy. I would say the worst things to myself. Everything that everyone used to say to me, I was worse. So it's time for you to take accountability, make sure that you're speaking kindly, taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, trusting yourself, and building a deeper and more intimate relationship with your truest self. Okay? Because people are going to watch you. They're going to see how far they can push you, and if you're respecting the boundaries that you have set, not only for others, but yourself. So heed the messenger. It is easy to ignore the messengers and the signs they show you, especially when they bring you a message you do not wish to hear. So obviously a lot of y'all are resisting something that needs to change or to be let go of. And sometimes you're not ready to hear the message, and that's okay, because a lot of us aren't always ready to hear the truth. But the truth is there regardless. But now is not the time to ignore the messages. Do not let fear of change or discomfort silence their voices. It is time for you to stop procrastinating, to see and to hear the truth and do what is necessary. Heed the messenger, for the wisdom they offer is born of your own intuition and need. And so, where you feel like you can't trust your intuition, where you can't trust your own emotions, all of that stuff that's coming up for you is a part of the messages that you are receiving in order to let you know what needs to be changed or redirected in your life. So, take the opportunity, the black cat, because opportunity meets fortune. Okay, so when you take the necessary steps, then you will be rewarded. Okay, you know what you got to do, you've already been sensing it. Okay, so what advice do they have for you guys? Let's see, what advice do we have for the collective when it comes to these current challenges and struggles? What advice do we have? So the arts, express yourself through creative activities. Start delegating. Ask others, including your spiritual team, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So it's really important that you start exerting your energy in different ways. Instead of putting it into a specific project or person, it's time for you to get creative and have some sort of outlet that is healthy for you, okay? and ask your team to help you carry this load, carry these burdens. And if you need help manifesting something, if you need support to make these changes and these choices in your life, allow them to guide you through it and give you the opportunity that you need. But when those opportunities present themselves, you have to have the courage to step through the door and take it for what it's worth, because that's why the leap of faith is here. The leap of faith is telling you, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action, because it's time for you to gain your independence and take control back over your life. And this is a foundation of your strength and success. But remember to stay compassionate with yourself and all the changes that are happening around you, because these things that are changing are for you, okay? And so release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Just because someone or something is not showing up the proper way, it's just telling you that that served its purpose in your life, and you need to show gratitude for the role that it played. But now there's a new opportunity for you to bring more abundance into your life. So ask yourself, what is being asked of me to change? What is being asked of my situation that needs to be redirected so that I can be more in flow with abundance? Okay? So I hope these messages resonate, you guys, and I wish you the best of luck. I will talk to all of you soon. If you need to get in touch with me for a private reading, you can do that through whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. All of my services are down below. And I just want to mention real quick, I do have a new service. It's a 7-week chakra healing and balancing course, where you get a 30-minute Reiki session every week with a full detailed information guide of what each chakra represents, what are the balances and deficiencies. You'll also get affirmations, meditations, all kinds of great information, and it allows you to go deeper into your healing work. And that is $350, but I take a $50 weekly payment. If you are interested or have any questions, feel free to email me. I'd be happy to help any of you with any questions that you may have. And I really wish y'all the best of luck, and I'll talk to all of you soon. Have a great one.